Two of the most widely used US missiles, being the AIM-120 AMRAAM and the AIM-9 Sidewinder, they make a very interesting duo, especially when they are paired on the new AA system. The new Claws AA system for the United States is outfitted with the AIM-120C-7, which is a brand new version of the AIM-120 to come to War Thunder, and the AIM-9X Block 2. And these two are actually kind of insane. Now, as far as I'm aware, Gaijin decided to add the AIM-120C-7 over the AIM-120C-5 to make it better because it has better notch resistance. Because the AIM-120 is definitely not the best radar missile we have for surface-to-air engagements. Now, something this claw system does really well that other systems seem to possibly struggle on a little bit, or this system just does it better than others, is intercepting multiple targets at the same time. And that is something that is very important for these new AA systems. Now, you're able to quickly engage multiple different targets with just a push of a couple buttons, and the AIM-9X Block 2 and 120C-7 are very, very good at taking out these incoming bombs or missiles, and so you can actually kind of just be a brute force machine on the battlefield and intercept and engage anything that's actually targeted at you. Now, I have found the most success when parking a launcher on a cap point, especially if it's a domination mode and you're able to actually keep on the cap for the entire game, because then you just basically have infinite missiles. Now, the AIM-9X Block 2, which is your IR missile that is outfitted on the claw system, is a very crazy IR missile. It pulls an insane amount of Gs and has some insane flare resistance at close ranges if you can actually get your radar to want to look at the target, because it does seem to struggle at really close ranges. Anything within like a mile to 2 miles seems to possibly struggle just a little bit, especially if they're low altitude. The AIM-9X is going to do absurd things. I've also found a lot of success with the 9X at 4 to 5, even 6 miles out. You know, the AIM-9X really does have the range of those early Fox 1s we get in, you know, the early SAR missiles. So it's really just try to keep in mind that if you're playing against the Claws system as an aircraft, if you're within 7 or 8 miles, you are going to be you got to be very aware that you might have an AIM-9X, because there's no way you can actually really know the missile's coming at you. It doesn't leave a smoke plume. It's very hard to see looking at the ground. You'd have to maybe watch it launch to even know it's fired at you, and at that point, you're probably, going to die because you're so close to it. Now, the other missile you're outfitted with, which is the AIM-120C-7, is, as far as I'm aware, an improved on AIM-120C-5. If you guys were not aware, Gaijin added the AIM-120C-5 to the F-18s and the F-15s in War Thunder, and they also added it to the Eurofighter Typhoon. But the AIM-120C-7 is supposedly supposed to have a better notch resistance. I haven't really tested it. I don't dive into the file, so I cannot confirm personally if this is true. But it does seem like it does have better notch resistance, and it is supposed to be, obviously, a much longer ranged missile. And I have found it to be a decent missile at, 8-10 miles. I think at long ranges, it's just too easy to notch and to defeat. And I will say it also does a very, very good job at taking out those incoming missiles and bombs, which is something that I really was not expecting out of these new systems, especially, for such a long time, the only good weapons at taking out incoming missiles were not even available to the U.S. I mean, the ADATS was the United States' top SPAA for so long, and it really just is a glorified tank destroyer, in my opinion. Now, I will say the new claw system is definitely a step into the future of War Thunder. I know we have other SAM systems, but, we have one of the more modern AIM-120s outfitted on this system. We have the most modern IR missile in use by the United States right now, being the AIM-9X Block 2. So it really is going to shape how the game is played over the next couple years. I think we're going to see the C7 arrive on aircraft eventually. We'll see the 9X Block 2 arrive on aircraft, and we'll see more AA at some point. I mean, we still don't have the Patriot, and I think the Patriot, I'm not saying we need the Patriot, absolutely not. I'm just saying that in the future, it's a real possibility that we see the addition that Gaijin adds the Patriot. So just keeping that in mind. Anyways, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. If you guys are not already subscribed, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. Make sure to join the Discord link down below in the description. I also have been streaming a little bit on Twitch if you guys want to check it out. feel free to join the Twitch. Also, if you're looking for a War Thunder squadron to play squadron battles with, join the Discord, and the squadron tag is MXN. We just require activity. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.